Struggling with Propfirms? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be going, obviously seen by the title. Now there is obviously a little change. It's not, caught me off guard instantly as of now, right? But the first time I traded 5%ers, this is what I mean by they caught me off guard. Now obviously I've been showing for the last few videos, and I've been showing for quite a while, when you approach trading, you should have the mind that start small. Don't purchase a 100k account, 50k account, 200k account. Start with a small little 10k account, 20k account. Why? Or even a 5k account, doesn't matter. Depends which part of the world you're from, which depends how if you find it affordable. Because prove to yourself first, not on the demo account. Prove to yourself first that you've actually got the skill set, or should I say you actually got the edge. Now we know with the industry standard, when you have minimum trading days, prop firms, people normally like to do this well with the FTMO and other prop firms. You just put, let's say if I pass the prop firm challenge in one day, the second you got minimum trading days, 3 or 4, whatever it may be, and you just go in and you add 0.01 lots just to complete that trading day. The third day you do the same, the fourth day, so until you don't pass the challenge. Now the first time I was trading with 5%ers, let me share an experience, right? That's what 5% is doing. They say, let me just actually show you. Actually, let's click on, so past day phase 2 in one day with 5%ers, again small little 10k account, again showing start small, and I passed this in one day. So obviously you can see this active equity curve. Win percent rate was about 64%. Biggest trade was about 4% gain, and I'm risking pretty much 1% per trade. So basically what they're saying is minimum trading days are free, but they're not trading days, they're profitable days. Now what does this mean? You have to make 0.5% minimum per day to be classed as a profitable day. Now the first time I was trading with this prop firm, nothing but now this ain't a video to bash them. No, I think other prop firms may start implementing this, but this is actually going to filter out now if you actually are a consistently profitable trader. So I already made the 0.5% for today. So this was 0.5%. This 1 out of 3 was for yesterday. So this is why you're seeing my balance at 650. And the crazy thing is, I just needed the 5%. So what I did was I just made a 1% extra on purpose. So when I'm looking for that extra 0.5%, and this is where they're trying to get you as well at the end of the day, this way it filtered out if you actually are a profitable trader or not, rather than just adding in 0.01 lots. But at the same time, it's a way, it's an edge that they have over you, because to chase that 0.5%, you might get knocked backwards, maybe 2%, 3%. You never know, you might even blow the account. So it's quite smart from their side as well. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be messing with prop firms anyway if you don't even have an edge. Let me just so this is what I'm here to show you with the break and retest. My bread and butter strategy. I've been showing this to my students and everyone. They be passing prop firm challenges. If I just show you, by the way, link will be in the video description. If you are interested in one-to-one mentorship from myself, and I made it affordable pretty much for everyone now. And also, if you just want a simple course, you have your email, your password, you'll have your own library of videos. I consistently update videos. But if you're looking for one-to-one mentorship from myself, by the way, the most affordable course on the internet. So yeah, link will be in the video description. Do check that out as well. Now come back. Now the break and retest, the way I've refined my edge, and if you're in the mentorship, if you're part of my, if you're in the community, especially if you speak to me on a one-to-one on a daily basis, you will know that I am a hardcore student of the game. I am always refining. I do not stop. Markets are forever changing. For that, I will be forever refining. Now, one of my favorite quotes is recently I saw, if you probably seen the one of the podcast, there was a veteran trader, and he said, discipline prints money, emotions print regret. Powerful, right? Now you just gotta be disciplined, have a strategy, and have an edge, and that's it. You're off, right? Now with the here with the, just one moment, let's go over example. I'm gonna put an example 1 2 3. I'll ignore this one, but what we'll do is actually, because this one was, in case anyone was wondering, no, this was actually from this zone here, so this is one of the reasons. Now there's ways you can implement the break and retest, right? One is obviously if you're actually waiting for a breakout. This is actually if you're trading off, you know, the resistance and support. Now everyone who knows me in my mentorship, I never sell off resistance, I never buy off support unless I see a breakout. But we'll go over this anyway for those who just want to trade resistance, and you know, I'll add this one as well. So what we'll do is we'll start with this one. This one makes the more sense, even though it's in the wrong order. So we'll go off this one. Now every time you see a breakout, and if people call this a fake out, whatever you want to call it, I still class it as a breakout, right? Do not overcomplicate things, ladies and gentlemen. People might call this a consolidation. It is a kind of, but still it is a breakout. One thing you want to add into consideration always is trend, direction. Which direction is the river flowing, right? Now in this case over here, if you was to fail, you know, just one moment, let me just put this back. If you fail to see the direction of the river from this point up to the push to the upside, by now you should have. So a late entry, you know what, let's actually work off this one. It'll make more sense for, you know, even the average beginner who's watching this. And by the way, I don't work with beginners. If you are watching this video, I don't work with beginners. If you are thinking about one-to-one mentorship, you have to have some kind of experience. So I can just push you in the right direction, obviously. So anyways, so let's just like I mentioned, we've got our push to the upside, right? So how can we capitalize on this move? Now obviously if you even missed this opportunity, you had more of an opportunity even here, because now we've got confirmation. You know, we're breaking highs over here, you know, creating higher lows. So obviously no brainer which direction the market wants to go. So let me just go on a smaller time frame, and let me just add in a few more. 15 minutes. By the way, I'm already missing a few time frames now. Yeah, third hour was one of my favorite time frames. Okay, you want to back test, obviously don't just go off the way I'm about to show you. Now you tell me, do you see any bearish candles? No, right? This is a clear indication at this point. I mean, look at this, think about this for a second. No bearish candles. We got rejection wicks, forget about those for a second. No bearish candles though, right? No sellers showing true dominance near a zone. How powerful is that? How crazy is that actually, right? So that tells me instantly buyers are in full control and they dominate the zone. Not only have they broken the zone, they have, you know, they just supreme right now, and all I'm going to do is try to capitalize on this breakout here. You can call this a breakout. This is like a doji pattern. It's still a bullish candle, and still it is a, you know, again, even though it's a doji candle, a huge wick at the top, huge wick at the bottom, buyers are still in control. Now at this point over here, we've got to break out this curve here. Bearish candle forms here, right? This is a like a resistance level from this point, if you want to call. Okay, one moment, let's just clean this up. Break through here. Look at this. Look how clean this is. Look how clean this is. Resistance formed here. We've got this nice engulfing bullish candle, engulfs this previous bearish candle. Bullish candle closes above. Price comes back, perfectly retest this level, and look at this now. It's having a the safe zone for the stop loss would be below the zone. But if you define this even more below the wick, and what are we looking at? Remember, this is gold as well. The notorious gold, the untamable beast. You know, that everyone loves to trade, but not everyone can tame it. And still, how much? A 1 to 16. Now let's be realistic, right? Up to this point, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 4, whatever you want to call it. Actually, I forgot to show you as well, because I know someone's going to say, oh yeah, you know, you're going to this was actually the phase 2 account. Now what I like to do is, obviously for video purposes, I always, you know, show that trading a 10k account. Now if you go back, I've posted so many videos. If you go back, you'll see me trading 200k accounts, passing challenges, 50k accounts, 100k accounts. This is now a 10k account. Now the beautiful thing is about this one. Now I've started to, obviously I used to pass challenges in 1-2 trades, 1 or 2 days. 1-2 days now is becoming more, because the edge that comes with this strategy is so insane. 1-2 days now are normal. Passing these challenges in 1-2 days is normal. 1-2 trades obviously doesn't happen all the time, but when I used to do this in 1-2 trades, you know, comments I used to get, you know, people messaging me, even in my Discord community, yeah, it's a fluke, you're a fluke, anyone, you know, it's a fluke, right? Now what I'm liking this now, that when I pass challenges in more trades. Why? Because that's when you're starting to actually see, right? The more trades you show, I think obviously it's data for me, but for you guys, for the viewers, it's transparency that, you know, you can make more mistakes over a period of trades, right? Anyone can just hit a fluky lucky trade in 1-2 trades and pass the challenge. But anyways, let's go over this, or some of these. First trade was a 1%. Now at this stage over here, I was trading this alongside my other personal account. I was just getting a read. Now if you're in the mentorship, again, you will know that I like to trade with the volume. So here I was just getting a read of volume, losing the so just catching those little one-to-ones. And I'm not, by the way, I'm not a negative risk to reward trader. I'm not a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2. Minimum I go for is a 1-to-4. Here, I'm just catching these little 1-to-ones. I'm getting a read of volume on Nasdaq, right? So at this point here, just 1-to-1, 1-to-1. I lose one trade here because this is now I'm ready to just jump in now. Catch a 1-to-4, nicely up. I mean, so you can see here, little trades I'm exiting here. Again, reading of volume, 1-to-2. Now at this stage, yeah, I mean, I only needed the 87 just to pass the challenge. Again, 8% profit target was easily done. I mean, let's look at the day. I don't remember, was it done in 1 day or 2 days? Let's look at the dates here. So I'm guessing this was on the 7th, 9. Yeah, on the 9th. I just don't know why this first day was a 1% loss on the 7th though. Anyways, okay, I must have been the Friday, I don't know, but let's just what was the 7th actually? Was it I don't know, you guys can go check it out. But okay, pretty much you don't even want, let's just call it 2 days, phase 1. And then actually now what you're seeing right now, obviously today's date is the 10th. What you're seeing right now is me just you know, completing these 0.5% days that you remember when I mentioned with 5%ers, you need 0.5% per trade. So what I did was I've made 6%. If you do the maths here, I'm 6% up. So why did I make more? Why? Because I know that I want a little bit extra buffer, that while I'm catching these 0.5%, I'm still nicely in profit. So this was today's the first trade. I lost 0.5%. So now remember, I need to make 0.5% profit. So now I need a 1-to-2. So what do? I catch a 1-to-113, which is 1-to-2, a little bit over 1-to-2, done for the day. I'll come back tomorrow. So again, then hopefully, you know, post the certificate. But at the end of the day, you know, just to show you this as well. Again, it's all about transparency. And let me just remove this. So again, breaker retest, that was obviously me applying that on the Nasdaq. Now, what am I doing over here? Right? Again, applying and moving with the trend, with the volume, right? Let me just show you. I mean, this is the perfect example of it. You know, let's just delete this one, because I was going to go over showing you some resistance and support, but why show you something if I don't even trade that way, right? This was just obviously due to a bit of demand. People sometimes message me, or you know, just show some examples of support and resistance. The answer is going to be no to that now, because I don't trade like that. Why should I show you a way I don't even trade? Even, by the way, the irony is I don't even trade like this. The edge that I show in my you know, course and in my one-to-one mentorship, the breaker, I do trade the breaker retest, but there is a little bit, there's any students watching, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The entry method is different, the way I draw my zones is a bit different as well. So let's just quickly go over this. So we've got a trend pushing downwards, we've got the volume pushing downwards, and let's go on a smaller time frame. I mean, this is just a no-brainer, guys. This is just a no-brainer. Look at this. This candle here, much bigger than the previous candles, price closing below, price comes back up. Now where would I take my entry from though? Now you can have it play this super safe. We've got support levels created here, we've got resistance created at the top. You can pretty much have your stops over here. Why? Because the candles never broke above, let me just mark this out, the candles never broke above the candle bodies, by the way I'm speaking about, not the wicks. The candle bodies never closed above this. So what is the chance of this actually doing that as well? And if I even grab this one and put it here, look at this, first time candle breaks through the zone as well, and closes below. Price is coming back up. Look at this, candle fails to close above this, because now the previous support is the new resistance. Definitely not going to close above this one. I could have, you know, and so this is obviously, I could have probably had it above here, but no, this would be absolutely the safe point. Candle closes, look at this, a super weak bullish candle, long wick rejection at the top, and you know, market just falls after that. And what are we looking at? A nice 1 to 5 maximum, 1 to 7, almost 1 to 8, almost a 1 to 8 risk to reward strategy. Let's keep it nice and realistic. 1 to 4, 1 to 5, keep it nice and simple. And we're trading with the volume, we're trading with the trend, we're trading with all these beautiful confluences that matter. Another thing I want to mention, trade with confluences that matter. Sometimes people say, oh yeah, I'm using this indicator as an confluence. It might have, you might think it's great, it could be absolutely trash. In all indicators, like anyway, I don't use any indicators. Only indicators I use are candle strength, shows me the strength of the candle, which I don't use anymore because now I just know it off the top of my head from experience. And here, just a session indicator. If it's London session or New York, that's it. So realistically, I don't even use any indicators. Let's go over this one. Actually, I think I already went. Let's go over this one actually as well. So what I'll do, I'll just pull this one over here. Okay. So I mean, in this case here, this might even be a losing trade, but let's even go over our losses, right? Let's see what we can see. Okay, price is closed above, multiple wick rejections, price is coming down. Is support really established? Not really, because at this point here, very low volume. This is half 8, so London opens pretty much died. London session, lots of wicks at the top, lots of wicks at the bottom, small candle bodies, which means low volume. Price, you know, volume starts coming in. Now remember, we got bearish candles breaking through here, but I'm only focused on buys. Why? Because obviously we're in an uptrend. So I'm gonna wait for at some point to see, hopefully, buyers take control, which starts coming around this area over here, right? So again, look at this resistance. Well, let me mark this properly. Resistance, and the lowest point would be absolute the support level. Price breaks through. Right? Am I going to take the entry from here? Well, if you want to take early entries, my tip would be go to a small time frame. Okay, huge bullish engulfing. Pretty much here. Put it below this zone. Also, remember that resistance level that I marked out earlier. Go back on the 1 hour time frame. Was on the 1 hour time frame. Oh, apologies. I think it's on the 15 minute that we marked out. But even on the 15 minute, it shows it clearly. 30 minute shows it clearly. We've got nice levels, so pretty much this would be the entry. Stops below here, and it's below the zone as well, even better. And the next is just history, a nice 1 to 5 pretty much you can get. Let's just call it 1 to 4 even. Super simple. Now experience will play a huge role, chart time plays a huge role. The more hours you put in, it doesn't matter if someone's more talented than you. If you're putting in more hours, you're putting in the grind, you know, you're studying the charts, looking at price candles, the way it moves in a live market. These kind of experience you cannot be bought, right? But yeah, you know, try it, back test it, and yeah. And by the way, link will be in the video description if anyone wants to join the community, mentorship, whatever, you know. Hope you found value from this. Take care. I'm out.